Hi guys, in this video we are going to look at how you can install Laravel Nova on a fresh Laravel project. To speak about Laravel Nova, it's an excellent administration panel created by the creator of Laravel, Taylor Otwell himself. So it's going to save the developers, backend developers, like a lot of time, and I have tried it out and it's so amazing. I just couldn't resist myself from creating this video. So I'm planning to create a series of video on Laravel Nova. So subscribe to my channel and stick around. All right. So before we install Laravel Nova, I just want to create it a little bit refreshing. So I want to create a fresh Laravel project and install Laravel Nova into it. So I'm going to use Laravel 5.6 because that's the version we have right now at the time of the recording of this video, but it's working. Laravel Nova works on 5.6 and Laravel 5.7 and onwards as well. All right. So first of all, let's go to the project folder, and I'm using Composer to create Laravel projects. So I'm going to create a project called semi-block, and depending on your internet speed, it's going to take, I don't know, a couple of minutes to install the project using Composer. But since I have already used Composer to install Laravel project, so it's going to use everything from the cache. So it's going to be a little bit speed on my machine, but if you're doing it for the first time, you might want to skip this part. Oh, I'm sorry, you might want to grab a cup of coffee. All right, so the project is installed. So I'm going to go inside my project directory, and yep, everything is ready. And I just want to set the permission on the storage because it has been bugging me. So one on storage. All right, so without doing anything else, since I'm using Laravel Valley, I can just go ahead and open the project in the browser, and yep, I can see the Laravel installation. All right, so before we install Nova or anything else, I just want to set up the environment so that we can proceed without any interruption. So I'm going to create a database for this project. So to do that, I'm going to log into the MySQL server, the local machine, and I'm going to create a database. Create database, my blog db. So all right, and I'm going to configure the environment file. Okay, so the database connection is MySQL and the database name is myblogdb. All right, and my database username and password are dusk and dusk. Oh, it's not dark, it's dusk. Okay. Now that I'm here, I just want to modify this URL as well. Since I'm using, like I said, I'm using Laravel Valley. My URL is going to be my project folder name .test because that's the domain I'm using on the local machine. All right, so the environment is ready. So let's just create the authentication scaffolding also, since we are here, right? So I'm going to do the authentication folders, php artisan make auth. Okay, that's generated. Let's see. I'll reload the page and we have login and registration. I'm going to create a new account. So I'm going to create a simple user account, say John, and John at example.com, and my password is going to be secret and secret. All right, register. I don't need to save this. Ooh, I forgot to migrate. This is a mistake I make like a lot of time. So let's do a simple migration. So PHP artisan migrate. Okay, and if I reload the page, I see I have created the account and logged in. Okie dokie. So I'm not going to log out. I'm just going to go inside my project folder and just install Nova onto the project. Okie dokie. So to install Nova, you need to download the zip. To download the zip, you need to buy a license from this Nova site. So if you're a solo developer, you can buy the $99 license, and it's going to be for one single domain. so or per project. So the good thing about this license is you can use this as much as you want in the local environment, but if you're going to production you need to buy separate license. So I'm not going to include any source files for Nova or anything. It's against the license, so you just have to buy the license and download the zip. I'm going to assume that you have already done that. So I have the license, I'm sorry, I have the project folders here. So I'm going to copy the Nova source files into my project. So it's on desktop. So I'm going to create cd, oh, I'm sorry, cp-r. I'm going to copy the Nova folder from the desktop to the current folder. So make sure to um, copy all the files inside Nova, including the gitignore files. Right, cool. So now if I list, I can see, all right, Nova has been copied. Okay, okay. Now I just need to edit the compose.json file. To do that, I'm going to open the project in Atom. It's not my favorite editor, but I don't know, I use this to do like quick things. It's fast. All right, so to complete the installation, I need to include Nova on the compose.json file. So to not make any mistakes, you can simply go to the Laravel Nova documentation and to the installation section and see you need to install, I'm sorry, you need to include this particular repository because you're not going to use Nova from a remote repository. You are just going to use it from the local file system. So I'm going to add the repository here in the compose.json file and make sure to not mess around with these commas and everything, right? So just be careful with the syntax. And after adding the repository, you need to also include the particular line to tell composer, okay, I need to require this Laravel Nova package, and it's going to look for the local system. And once you're done with that, you can simply save the file, come back to the folder and do a composer update. Okay, okay. Now it's going to install Laravel Nova from the local repository. Right, and by the time I'm recording this video, the latest version of Laravel Nova is 1.0.8, I guess. So just be sure to check the updates frequently because Taylor is releasing updates very fast, updates and patches just frequently, just time to time. Check the updates and include. I strongly recommend that. Okay, so the Nova is installed, at least the composer dependency and everything is installed, and we need to do a couple more steps. Okay, so after doing that, you need to do a Nova install and again a Nova migration. So Nova is completely code driven, but it's saving, it has another, it's using database to store something else, which we will see in a moment. So first of all, let's install Nova. So to do that, PHP adds a Nova install, and that's installed successfully, and then we need to migrate again. It's going to create an action events table to store some actions, and just don't worry, this is the only connection I guess you need to this is the only time maybe to create the database. So don't forget this because Nova is completely code driven and you will see that in a moment. So now that we have completed all the steps, we can simply go back to our database. I'm sorry, the dashboard, and instead of home, I'm going to go to the Nova route. And since I'm already logged in as John, you can see Nova dashboard like this. Okay, so to talk about this particular interface, it's written in Vue and it's a single page application. And the good thing about SPA is you don't have to reload, or the web page doesn't reload every time you navigate from page to page. And as you can see, I didn't create anything else other than installing Nova and running the migration. And right out of the box, you have the user resource with a table where you can see the user's details and perform CRUD operations on that. You can delete the user, and if you want, you can edit the user and perform all the CRUD operations on this, and you will see how easy, how super easy it is to create custom resources for your own modules. Okie dokie. So that's about installing Nova on your local machine, right? So simple as that. Buy the license, download the zip, include the zip, update the compose.json, and do a compose update, Nova install, and migrate. That's it. And I'm going to create a couple of more videos on Laravel Nova. It's going to be a mini series, and this is my first time I'm trying to create a series on YouTube. So if you find anything wrong, or if you have any suggestions or anything like that, or if you have any doubts, just leave a comment down the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channels to get the latest updates. Okay, I'll see you in the next video, and bye bye for now.